Okay, hi everyone, this is Koinzell here. So today I'm bringing you the patch notes review for the Taiwan server for 31st March. There is an exciting news here which I have posted in my community channel, which is the change to the boss rush limit from 3 minutes to 10 minutes in the Taiwan server. So let me just quickly go through the changes in order first. So essentially the main update we are getting here is a new zone in Valencia South. There's 4 new areas here where they have changed the foremost zone to be this, as well as the second foremost here. So I'll go shortly into what is the foremost and second foremost. So this is a new abyssal ring that they have introduced that you can get from this map. Okay, so this is the foremost zone. What happens for the foremost zone is, right, the CP requirement, right, is actually based on the top 100, the lowest of the top 100. So it is a dynamic figure in essence. Now this foremost zone gives you the chance to get the pink rally inscription scroll, the one I've been showing the pink item that I get when I do like sleep mode overnight. Then this is the red bead that can be obtained from the that can be used to craft the abyssal / red totems. So this is the second foremost zone. What happens for the second foremost zone is that the CP requirement, if I didn't remember wrongly, is the top 1000. And the item here, right, is by CP requirement I mean the CP of the mobs itself. It doesn't mean that you need to be in the top 100 to enter or top 1000 to enter the map. You can still go in. It's just that the CP of the monsters are based on the top 100 and top 1000 of the server. It might be top 1000 and top 10,000. I might need to double check on that. Okay, so actually let me do a quick check on that. Okay, I've done the check. So the foremost zone, right, is the top 300, whereas the second foremost zone is the top 3%. Yep, that's based on the CP of the mobs is based on that. Okay, so moving on, right, some changes to the existing foremost zone. We are getting a new boss here. So the new boss means new knowledge level and CP to be obtained, as well as the a lot of boss rush to be done for this. Now let's move on to the next feature, which is essentially a newbie friendly feature where they do a recommendation on the gears, right, when you get to the next tier, how much CP you can get. Okay, this is just a notice to tell us about the new season of Path of Glory and Arena coming next week. Oh, and also a notice that the Tower of Trials for the Hadum mode will be increasing the number of levels as well as the number of characters that we can bring in. Change to the Battlefield of Sun medals, the shop itself, what we can buy. So we can buy a costume for 10k, which honestly is ridiculous, because 10k is really hard to get. I mean, even I myself only have about 2.8k now. 10k, right? And for this costume, honestly speaking, doesn't look much different from the one that my Huntress is always wearing. So, no, not gonna spend on this. And the other thing is that they actually allow us to spend 100 of the medals to buy the pin scroll that I mentioned just now, and 300 for the red bead that I mentioned just now. Again, not worth it. I can easily get that from the foremost zone. I suppose it's good only for players who may not be able to farm the foremost zone frequently, but even the medals itself is very hard to earn in terms of the Battlefield of Sun. Now let's come to the most important update here, which is the boss rush changes. So basically this is just saying that the Hadum boss rush CP requirements will be lowered. The new boss, the newest boss before this new boss today, the Cadley, I think it's maybe called Cadley or Cardley. The CP requirement for him has dropped. Now the most important update: 10-minute time limit change for boss rush mode in both Elion and Hadum. Now, one thing to note, right, is that although this is for the Taiwan server, there is a high chance that you guys will get it in the global server as well. Why? because the 3 limit timer was a new thing that was introduced across the board in Korea server, Taiwan server, as well as global server last week. So in other words, right, I can tell you that in Taiwan server at least, I'm not sure for Korea server, but in Taiwan server at least, in the past, right, none of us actually did level 99 boss rush. You did not go to that extent. I can tell because we would have seen a drastic difference, right, in the Uraka records, because there's a record, right, who cleared the highest level. We would have seen and what's the highest level? We would have seen that record being drastically different compared to the rest of the bosses, but it was not. So I'm very confident that Uraka, right, was not being abused in our or exploited in our Taiwan server. But that being said, right, I don't think it's so-called abuse per se, because in the first place, the issue is with the design of the boss. He's just too predictable, too slow, so it's very easy to do. It's much easier to do level 99 Uraka as opposed to the other bosses. So, and on top of that, you don't need to go through any mobs. It's just purely the boss. So to me, right, this is a design issue, not a abuse per se. So it's a design issue that the dev should be doing something about, like adding mobs to it, etc. Now for Hadum, right, the Hadum boss rush for Uraka, there are actually mobs, and the mobs actually respawn instantly, just like how the mobs respawn instantly in Hadum mode. So it's not so easy to do 99 Hadum boss rush at a much lower CP than the requirement for the level 99 boss rush Hadum for Uraka. So that being said, right, because the global server was the only one, kudos to whoever discovered this and then spread it around. But I don't condone the use of speed hacking for that. I would respect the players, right, who are actually not using speed hacking, but they are really doing the level 99 Uraka through skill and patience. So good news for those players. There's a high chance you should get it at the 10-minute limit instead of the 3-minute limit. So, but there is a catch here, because the global server, right, is the only one that has this issue about the 99 Uraka boss rush, right? So it remains to be seen whether or not they may introduce it for you guys. Maybe they would not, because the global server is the one where they are having the issue. But given that the 3 limit timer was introduced across the board, I still think that there is a high chance that you guys should get the 10 limit update today. So once your global server patch notes is out, I will do a review on that as well. But I would think that it's good news for you guys in terms of this 10-minute limit change. Okay, so the rest of it is very straightforward in terms of the patch notes itself. Just Desert Survivor mode, the world boss, they reduce the frequency of him appearing but increase the rewards, in which he has a much higher chance to give us the Black Rock Shrine for us to spend our desert currency, which is the Edina currency. Rest of this is just UI changes. There's a big improvement to the auto attack, where they will not use the normal attack or basic attack when there are skills that are still available for use and not on cooldown. Okay, so that ends my patch notes portion. I hope the 10-minute mark thing is a great news to you guys. Let's see whether you get it in global. Now I'm going to move on to talking about the cash shop, new cash shop items in the Taiwan server. Okay, so I am actually in nightmare mode now. You can see that I'm the only one here because everyone is doing the new zone. I will do that as well. I'll do a separate video on that. So for the nightmare quest, right, these are the items that we can get, so it's pretty nice. And this is Hadun nightmare mode, not the normal nightmare mode. Okay, so let me go to the cash shop itself. So for the cash shop, right, these are the new items that we have gotten this week. So pretty straightforward. This is the Lan Awakening, pre-awakening package. I will definitely buy these because usually the pre-awakening package and the class release packages, right, those related ones, are always high in value. So those are the things that you should buy even on global, whenever they release new class or new awakening, etc. So on top of that, there's a 1+1 event for this, so I'll definitely be buying this. The next one is a package on the totem. Actually, if you look at it, there's an RNG factor in getting the totem, 1500. The best result is 1500, but 1500 chance is probably very low. Will go into the rates that we have for this. 2000 white pearls, 10k boss stamps, but the cost is steep on this. 59 SGD is about 41 USD. Yeah. And you need to, if you are going to buy this, it's up to 8. So personally, I am not going to buy this because this is about the totem, and the enhancement system of totem is terrible. You can't use restoration scroll or anything. So it's just a matter of it succeeding, dropping. So nah, not going to waste my money on that. Okay, so the next one is something that I think is good, and it should attract you guys because it's about accessories. So essentially, is 23.61 SGD. Let me just do a quick check. 23.61 is about 16.5 USD. Yep. So about 16.5 USD, right? We get 400 black pearls and a random chance to get either the episode accessory or the mystical accessory. So these, right, I already checked the rates. It's 50%, 50%. So actually, it's a very, very nice rate. This is something I will buy. I'll probably buy all 6. Yep. This one is for boss stamps. The chances for this, right, is let me check. Okay, the chances for this, right, is actually fairly okay, I would say. So if you look here, right, the highest chance is the 4k black pearl and the 10k boss stamps plus 1k black pearl, which if I were to do a direct comparison is 3k black pearl for 10k boss stamps, which is actually pretty good, because typically on our server the price of black pearls to boss stamp is about 1 to 2. So 1k black 3k black pearl should get us about 6k boss stamps. So this is 10k. So it's a pretty nice comparison per se. So if you're in need of boss stamps, this is a good choice. But of course, the rates for the best results is much lower. I may not buy this. It really depends, I guess. I'll see how it goes. So this is essentially just giving the Battle Plus, the Life Plus, the Black Spirit Plus, and the Butler or the Housekeeper system. 28 days each for 23.61. I don't think this is worth it. Wait, let me think. The current Battle Plus and Life Plus is at 14 days each when we purchase, and it's at 5 plus SGD. So effectively, right, we are getting the Black Spirit 28 days as well as the Housekeeper 28 days for free. This is not too bad actually if you are a player who keeps this on all the time. So I think I may buy this. This is spending black pearls, 650 black pearls or white pearls for a random chance on this totem chest. Not gonna buy this. Like I said, totem is not a system that I subscribe to. I've gotten it to +6 and I think that's good enough for now. Okay, so that ends my review on the cash shop, as well as the items that I will buy. So I will do a separate video on the new zone later today. I hope this I really hope you guys get the 10-minute limit change, because that's something that really affects you guys. So thanks everyone for watching. See you next video. Bye.